It's just that in everyday love and the love we have, which would be powerful for ourselves, would be that kind of love, not ecstatic, not sexual, not erotic, but powerful. And it's the same kind of pure love without the erotic component that you have for a baby, that you have for a kitten, that you have for a little puppy. It's that heart. Anytime you bring love into your heart, then it's warming and fulfilling. And so I don't think we're taught very much about that in our society. And then we start packing our inner well with shame and guilt, and we hold on to it. And part of our healing is truly to learn how to unpack that, forgive ourselves, and release. And it, you know, it is a beginning of self-love if we don't already have that working within us. So part of it is I'd like for you to before next week, take out your journal and literally write your story about love, different ages. And you came in here 360 degrees of passionate, vibrant energy. And then somehow, little by little, you got carved down into what was considered to be acceptable by the family, by the church, by the school, by society. It just reminds me of a fable, Procrustes' bed. He was an innkeeper, and when the weary travelers came at his inn to spend the night, if they were too short for his beds, he stretched them. And however, if they were too tall for his bed, he cut off their feet. Now, that seems really bizarre, but in some ways, how have you pretzeled yourself? Where is your Procrustes bed? Because believe me, when you get a pen to journal and allow some time to reflect, and the truth starts bubbling up, that's what's so great about a journal, is somehow it triggers the unconscious to start releasing secrets. It's kind of like helps you to have a witness, not a biased witness, which is what happens when you make a mistake and you beat yourself up in your head, a negative witness. I'm talking about being open to a neutral witness. And when you write, and you can ask questions and wait and reflect, and if you will feel in your gut, if you're being truthful with yourself, the body doesn't lie if you really pay attention. And so I'd like for you to, before next week, go into your journal and ask yourself, look at your story of self-love and look at how close you are to valuing all that you are. Look how close you are to standing up and being counted. And wherever you are on the stairs, and we all reach up and reach down, and no one is ever finished, acknowledge and appreciate the fact you have the courage to wake up and look at and examine and question. And you may not like the answers, and really don't expect your loved ones to support you. So sometimes they resist our changes, and why wouldn't they, really? If you look at how we have trained them to expect the handmaiden service, we have done some of that to ourselves. So you have to really be really firm in your truth. You don't have to like what comes up, but it is a beginning of opening up the doorway to having more of who you are available to you, and being happier and being okay with loving yourself. So I'll be looking forward to any questions you have, and then we'll do a little journey around loving.